Hey everybody, welcome to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and here on my YouTube channel. And in this video, we're going to take a look at something that I just found when I upgraded my Mac to the iMac Pro and went from Sierra, the operating system, to Mojave. I had a little issue recording into my DAW Studio One, and I found a little tip to help you overcome that problem. So I want to share that with you today. But if you like what you see in this video, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Also go out to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and get your 5 free mixing training courses. It's my gift to you just for visiting HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. And if you really want to learn the craft of mixing in a very non-technical way, great for beginners and intermediates, go on out to MixingMadeEasy.net. Check what I got going on over there. We have a 30-day free trial. Sign up, no risk to you. Check out the content. I think you're really going to dig it. MixingMadeEasy.net. So now, let's take a look at Studio One here. So Studio One is my DAW of choice, but regardless of the DAW that you're using, this problem will be here when you go from the prior operating system, either Sierra or High Sierra in the Mac OS, to Mojave. And this is something that I learned when I upgraded to my iMac Pro. As I said, I had a hell of a time with this problem and I found an easy fix for it. Some friends of mine helped me and I wanted to share it with you. So the problem that I ran into when I first got Studio One installed into my new iMac Pro, and just so I can show you here what operating system I'm running and the version that I'm running, let me let Studio One load up here quickly. Hurry up. We're not going to crash, are we? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the problem that I was having, and here's the operating system that I'm running here. So I'm running Mojave version 10.14.4. Okay, so this is the latest version of Mojave as of the recording of this video, May 2019. The problem I was having was here on the input side, when I would try to record into my DAW, I wasn't getting any signal coming in no matter what I did. I made sure that all my inputs and all my outputs were set up correctly, using my audio interface, deleting inputs and reinstalling the inputs, and no matter what I did, I could not get any input signal into my DAW. Doing a little bit of research, and I found that there is a setting that you have to employ in Mojave. They changed something when they went from the last OS, High Sierra, to Mojave, where you have to enable this. And let me show you that now. So if you're having an issue where you can play back audio, you can import audio files, and you can do mixing and what have you with no problem, but you go to record and you're plugging into your interface, you got signal coming in on your interface, but it's not being recognized by your DAW, in this case Studio One, you have to go to this setting. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to your system preferences, and you're going to come over to your security and privacy tab. Okay, and you're going to scroll down in the list here to the microphone. And in the microphone, you have to allow these apps to access your microphone, which I know sounds a little weird because if you're just recording, what do you mean it has to access my microphone? But trust me. And you will see that your DAW here, this was not checked. Okay, so I'm just going to go, okay, this wasn't checked. It wasn't enabled. The program was here, but it wasn't enabled. As soon as I check this, okay, we're going to quit that in a minute. And now what will happen is as soon as I do that and restart Studio One or your DAW, you'll be able to record and get signal into your program. So you can see all the list of programs here that I use that will allow audio being recorded in. So Logic, OBS, Skype, you know, all the programs that I use to create these videos, ScreenFlow, but Studio One was not checked, and that was the problem. And I spent hours trying to figure that out. Could not figure it out because in the last OS, High Sierra, which is what I was running on my 2013 Mac Pro, you didn't have to do that. This is something new for Mojave. So I just wanted to share that with all my Mac owners. If you're getting a new Mac and you have Mojave and you're having a hard time, that's what you need to do. Now, also in Studio One, the other thing you always want to make sure, let me just show you this very quickly. When you're using Studio One, you also want to make sure that on your Universal Control app, that you have the latest firmware. Okay, this is super important, especially if you're using, excuse me, Presonus interfaces of some kind, and Presonus, hardware, which you can see I'm using an AR16, a fader port, and an I2. You want to make sure that all of these have the latest firmware. If you don't do that, you may have a problem with that as well. So the way you check that is you just launch Universal Control, come up to File, and you can just go check for updates. And this one happens to be updated. I updated it the other day. But what you'll find is Universal Control seems to have lots of firmware updates. I didn't realize, If you're a Mac user, you don't typically use universal control in that you can just make sure you have the firmware updates and you can just close the app and everything will work. In Windows, you use this a little bit more on a PC, and I'm not really sure of the reasons why from that. I'm not a PC user, but you want to make sure you always have the firmware updates. And as I said, they do this an awful lot. Every couple of weeks, it seems like there's another update. And sometimes if you don't get to the latest firmware update and then you do something like change the OS or change your interface or what have you, you'll have a problem in Studio One being able to record and use the functionality. So it's a real simple thing. Just make sure that you have that updated. Okay, so security and privacy settings and the Mac OS, make sure UC Surface or Universal Control is updated with the latest firmware, and you won't have any problems using Studio One or any DAW for that matter in the latest Mac OS Mojave. So I hope you found this little tip helpful. I know I struggled with it for hours, and thank you to the people that helped me with that. Once again, go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, get your 5 free mixing training courses, go over to mixingmadeeasy.net, and until the next video, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I will see you all soon. Take care.